I'm super excited today to be speaking with one of the leading media voices, radio hosts, just all around top progressive in the national conversation, Thom Hartmann. I don't really have to introduce him because if you're listening to me, chances are you already know who Thom Hartmann is. But because I like to introduce my guests, many of you know Thom Hartmann from his show, the Thom Hartmann Program. He's been doing that for many, many years, and he's been doing the big picture since 2008. I first learned of Thom Hartmann back around 2004 when I was listening to his broadcast in South Florida. So I've been a fan for a very long time, and I'm super excited to have him on the show this morning. Thom, how are you? Thank you so much for joining me.
I'm well, and thanks for having me with you, Benjamin. It's great. It's great to be on your program this morning.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's so many places to start in a conversation with you about media, the impact of media on our political discourse, and the impact that it has, and the responsibility that we have as media voices. But allow me to start first with you being a seasoned veteran. I mean, you've been doing this for a while, and a guy like me who's brand new around the block. What are some of the biggest trends and changes that you've seen since you started with the political commentary radio broadcast to now? What are some of the biggest things that you've seen that have changed in the lay of the land?
I think probably the biggest one is that anybody can be the media. The business model is the wrong word for it, but I lack another one for example, public radio, not NPR public radio, not state-sponsored public radio, but public radio, the community radio, let's say, had historically been. This is the place where anybody in the community can come in and have a say, and so everybody had a half-hour show or an hour show or whatever they wanted, and you got in line, and it was like the corner bar, it was where people came together. But as things like YouTube grew, people can do their show out of from anywhere. I mean, it's pretty amazing, and access it super easily. Now, what is happening is that fixed media, television and radio, increasingly are having to curate their content. They're having to look for content that's just the very best content that will draw the largest audience, because they're competing with everybody in the world now. And so, unfortunately, in community radio, a lot of the programming thinking around that, I don't think, has changed with the times, and that's creating a crisis for that industry. But beyond that, that's one of the largest changes. It used to be the weekly underground paper was where you found the news, and now hey, like an alternate or Democratic Underground or whatever, there it is.